Welcome into Bills Tonight Digital, presented by Hunt Real Estate, the official real estate and relocation company of the Buffalo Bills. And with the 48-19 victory over the Broncos, the Bills are the AFC East champions for the first time in 25 years. So much of Buffalo, so much of Bills Mafia, so many former and current players have been waiting so long to say that title. But the day has finally come when we can crown this team the AFC East champions. But there is so much more left in store for this team. This is just the beginning. The Buffalo Bills have arrived, and there's a lot left to come. They will host a playoff game. That is step one in this 2020 season, this very special season. I'm Maddy Glab, and I'd like to welcome in one of our former players. It's Eric Wood. Eric, thank you so much for being on with us tonight. And what a game. 48 points scored by the Buffalo Bills. They're the AFC East champions. I just need to get your comments on that, being a former player, someone who has played in Buffalo for your entire career when you were here. So what does this title mean to somebody like you who is trying to get Buffalo back to their winning ways when you were here?
Yeah, I played there for 9 years, and we couldn't get it done in the division. Luckily, in my final year, we broke the 17-year playoff drought. That was the start of Sean McDermott setting up the process, setting up the culture that he's now established in what is now their first division title in 25 years. I couldn't be happier for the organization, for everything the Pagulas have poured into this organization since they purchased the team, for Brandon Beane, for Sean McDermott, both of their staffs, top-notch all the way around. And then this team that the Buffalo Bills have assembled, I mean, what an easy team to root for, to pull for. I mean, they're simply America's team. I can't tell you how many text messages I get on a daily basis of people who are now big-time Bills fans because of the personality of this team, because of the guys that are on it. It's a testament to what they've built there and the DNA of the Sean McDermott, the Brandon Beane player that they've identified. And this is a team now set up for long-term success, but they're not worried about that right now. They're worried about what's to come in 2020.
Yeah, Eric, this title is so much more than just for this current Bills team. It's for the legends like you. It's for the former players in the 90s who had so many runs at AFC East titles and went to the Super Bowls. This is for Bills Mafia, who's sitting at home. We wish you were with us tonight. We thank you so much for all the cheering you have done this season. This is for the doubters, the people who never thought Buffalo could be back to winning an AFC East title. This is for so many people, not just for this current team, but we have Tre'Davious White, who's in the Zoom room. We'll send it over to him and hear his thoughts on this awesome win.
Hey Trey, Jenna Cottrell here in Rochester.
How you doing?
Congratulations,
Thank
you guys winning the AFC East title. What does this moment feel like?
It's a great feeling. I mean, first time it's been done in 25 years. 25 years, so it's a huge step for where this organization is going. And Micah and Jordan and I, we was talking before the game, just saying how we've been battling this out for 4 years, and for us to come in and do this and help turn this organization around, because we came in at the same time, and we've been bonded ever since. And so it's a big deal, and we're proud of our team. But for the guys that I came in with, Micah and Jordan, and for myself to do it in this fashion, it's something that I don't take lightly, and I'm gonna cherish for a lifetime for sure.
Can you tell us kind of just what was the team celebration like after you guys won the game?
I mean, yeah, enthusiasm in the locker room because of how long it's been since the Buffalo Bills have clinched the division. It's what everybody expected to be. A lot of excitement and joy, and overfilled with emotion about it. So like I said, I wasn't born last time the Buffalo Bills won, so it's a big deal, and for me to come in and be a part of history is something that, like I said, I'm gonna cherish, and I'm gonna enjoy this moment for sure.
Awesome, thank you, Trey. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey Trey, John Worrell with the AP. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, John.
What's the T-shirt say?
I didn't even read it. What it say? What
Division.
It say, Cap? One, not done. Yeah, we're not done. It said one, not done. So it's the division championship shirt. So it's pretty sweet.
So you didn't even have time to look at the T-shirt? You just pulled it on?
I was too excited. I just wanted to put it on. I didn't even read it.
How we saw you get helped off the field. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Go in and get treatment and start. Try to reset the clock and get some rehab and continue to get stronger and stronger because we got a big game coming up on Monday against a division opponent too. So against the Patriots, I'm gonna do my best to be at full strength to be ready to go for sure.
And lastly, you touched on it, but just could you have been? How special is this moment? I know it's not the end all be all, but the fact that you're the first team since Jim Kelly's era to do this, the significance of that, something that you came into this franchise saying, I want to be part of a winner.
It's something that I can't describe, John. Me and Coach McDermott, when I see him around the building sometimes, I always tell him, Coach, I really appreciate you for taking a chance on me as your first draft pick when you first got here as your first head coaching job. So it's special. Me and him have a special bond because it's his first head coaching job. And he picked me to be his first pick to try to come in and turn this thing around. So I take this Buffalo and taking this changing of culture serious because I was the first guy that he brought in as a draft pick. He handpicked me, so I don't take that lightly, and I'm gonna continue to just try to make him proud and try to make him right. Him and Brandon being right with the pick that they picked me.
Congratulations, Trey.
Man, I thank you so much.
Hey, Trey, a lot of people, I guess, nationally ping this as maybe a trap game for you guys. Another trip out west, third straight primetime game. How important was it for this team to come out and win emphatically the way that you did today?
We have a process, and every week we reset. No matter how impressive our win was or how bad of a loss, we reset. We back to the next opponent. This team and the guys that we have, we're not complacent at all. We're hungry for more. We continue to just want to get better. We're gonna watch this film, enjoy this win for 24 hours. But tomorrow we back. We working on the Patriots. We back to work, and we know we got bigger fish to fry as the future continue to go on.
And you said you weren't born last time they won the division?
Yeah. Hold on. How many years it was exactly?
25?
25. So I'm 25. So I don't know.
If
I
don't know
was a couple months or a couple weeks old, but yeah.
But either way,
I wasn't old enough to understand football or anything, or I wasn't here. So yeah.
Either way, though, I mean, how important or what kind of role do you think that plays? That so many people, so many key players on this team weren't here, weren't born yet, weren't around for it.
I know Jermaine Edmonds. I know he was 3 years, probably 3, 4 years, 5 years, not even thought about because he's like 19 years old. So I know he wasn't here. So it's pretty sweet for him to be our middle linebacker and our leader, our defense, for him to come in and the way that he leads us and make the calls and make all the checks in. So it's a big deal for him because I know he wasn't thought about.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's always a good feeling to be on top of the division. But we still have a goal ahead of us, so we're gonna celebrate tonight and then put it behind us and get ready for the next step.
We talked about that celebration of just what is it? Does it mean more knowing that you have it in the bag, or at least have that clinched playoff spot, that clinched division spot with games to go, as opposed to that a couple years ago? I'm sure you've talked to some of the guys in the 2017 team that had to kind of wait and scoreboard watch those last couple of weeks.
Oh no, it definitely helps when you clinch early. I guess maybe there's some added pressure if it's coming down to the last game or something like that. But even if it were that, I'd ride with this team to the end. So even if it came down to that last game, I'm confident that we come out on top because that's the type of guys that we have in this room.
And then lastly, what's that moment going to be like, you think, stepping off the airplane tonight and seeing the Bills Mafia waiting for you? Because they're already asking when's the flight land. And I know Micah Hyde challenged, he wanted more people to be there than in 2017. So that's starting to kind of take some traction. So folks are going to try to show up. What do you think that moment's going to be like?
Oh, no question. I'm sure they'll be rowdy. And, it's you just part of you wishes that, they could have been a part of it the whole season and just enjoyed all the games at home. I feel bad, for them that they can't really, they can watch it on TV, but it's not the same as having them there. So, I'm excited for them. They've been waiting a long time for this moment. So, I'll be on the lookout for them, and I know they'll be rowdy as hell when we get there.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Congrats again.
Yep.
Hey, Cole, Mike Catalano, congratulations on the win. The playoff game last year against the Texans, a lot of guys have mentioned it as getting you guys prepared for this year. When's the last time you thought about that game, and does it play into your mind at all now that you guys are back in the playoffs?
I've thought about that game. I mean, I've never forgotten it. I feel like it's a game we should have won. I mean, it's hard. You never want to dwell in the past, but a game like that kind of hurts you and sticks with you a little bit. But it's good to learn from it. We know what we have to do, and we know what we didn't do as well as we should have in that game. So I think that'll help us moving forward.
And Brian Daboll's gotten a lot of guys involved in the offense. Is Jerry Hughes going to be the next guy who gets involved and plays on the offense after that?
He might be after that interception. The way he reversed field a few times and took it to the house. That was an awesome play, and I'm so happy for him. It's definitely fun to watch to see a big guy get loose like that.
A lot of guys have said ball security could be an issue, though. He's got it out there.
Yeah, but we can get him right on that. It won't take long. We can get him right before the next game for sure.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Cole, congratulations. It's Mark Gaughan from the Buffalo News. Just your thoughts on Josh Allen. What were you most impressed with today?
Man, it's hard to even be impressed now. It's more expected. He's been doing it all year now. He's been dropping some dimes, man. There's one throw he threw to me that was, he just fired it. He put it in the only place he could have, and it gave me a chance to make the play. And then the long ball to Steph. That guy's just been zoned in this year. I'm just happy he's my quarterback, and I'm happy that I get to go out there and have him back there slinging it to me. It gives you confidence. It gives you confidence as a receiver when he's back there.
Real quick, a couple plays. The fourth quarter, you caught was a slant or a deep over. Yeah. It was like an audible. Was he saw the blitz? He hard counted them. Just describe.
It was an audible. He checked out of something and got us into that play, and he didn't hit me exactly where we usually want to hit it, but he waited on me second window, and he made a great throw. And I was pumped. He kind of had that trust in me to wait on it.
And then the throw to Kumaro. I don't know if you got a good look at that.
Oh, yeah.
They like to play cover two. I mean, they were in good position. What do you feel like? Is there any way to defend that in cover two?
That was another one of those dimes he dropped, put it right on the money, right where it needed to be, threaded the needle on that one. I mean, the guy can just throw it all over the place. We love playing for him.
Thank you.
Hey, Cole, Tim Graham from The Athletic. I wanted to ask you this question. I know that COVID has kept you from really maybe feeling the fans and the energy from them, even out in public during the week. But you come from a place where division titles are expected every year, regardless of how good the team is.
Yeah.
And you came to a team that was down, and the fan base kind of had those expectations beaten out of it. Now here it is in December. People are expecting you to win. Like you're saying, it's almost, Josh, you run out of things to say because you expect it now. Can you describe how that has evolved for you since you arrived in Buffalo to go from people not being sure to now throwing up 40-plus points in a game where you clinch the division title?
I mean, that's kind of just part of it. Once you start winning games and you do it consistently, then, that's the fan base naturally is going to change and expect that. So, there's not any added pressure or anything because we expect the same thing. You got to go out there and play with confidence. And, I got all the confidence in the world in this team and the guys on this team. So, and I know they do as well. So when we step on that field, we expect to beat the team across from us. And to me, if you don't have that, you can't win. You know what I mean? So you can't go out there unsure. I've played games where maybe I was unsure about a route or something, and those are the routes that I always wanted back and wish I could have done something different. So you can't go out there with that in your mind, and it's expected from us. So they're only going to expect it as we keep winning and having success.
Has that evolved, that feeling or that vibe?
Eric, I know your phone is probably blowing up right now. I just went to social media while Cole was talking just to check out Twitter to see what people were saying. I think one of the coolest things about being in the day and age of social media is seeing so many former players tweet out their excitement of winning the AFC East. Look at these tweets. You got Jim Kelly here. So cool to see different players, different former players, players around the NFL tweeting about the Buffalo Bills. Jim Kelly saying, wow, pure entertainment, loving it. Eric, what do you think about this?
In regards to my boy Jim, keep her coming. That's separate words, like keep her coming. But no, it's so cool. And it's awesome to see how involved still a lot of the Bills alumni are. That's a credit to the Bills organization for making an effort. But a lot of these guys have such fond memories of their times winning division titles, making playoff runs, and I know these guys are excited. And these are a bunch of guys that I stay in contact with on a weekly, monthly basis, and I know these guys are fired up.
This tweet saying they are loaded with talent and have one thing a lot of teams don't have: great camaraderie, and that is so true. We hear so many people speak about the Buffalo Bills locker room, including the players, just talking about how it's a different place, how a lot of people who've played on different teams and then come to Buffalo, they say it's just something special about this locker room. And then third, top 5 run in Buffalo Bills history, Texas born, tagging Jerry Hughes. You think that was a top 5 run there, Eric?
In Bill's history, probably not, but man, I was extremely impressed with him running the football, and I knew prior to seeing Chris Brown or Sal or whoever put it out there on social media that Jerry was a former running back. I had already known that. Phenomenal athlete. I didn't think when he stopped his momentum completely on the return that he would end up still being able to get back to the end zone. Like when you come to a complete stop like he did and kind of mess around, generally you can weave in and out, maybe get 6 or 7 yards. But the fact that he took that all the way to the house was phenomenal.
Yeah, Jerry Hughes, a complete athlete. He was definitely tapping into his alter ego, Gary, there. Well, let's hear from Jerry. Let's hear him explain that run himself.
Hey, Jerry. It's been a long time coming. You've been here for the good, you've been here for the bad, and now you've been here for the first division title in 25 years. What does this mean to you both personally and to your team?
Man, it feels amazing. This is something that, we talked about. Once I got to this organization, we spoke about bringing a division championship home to Buffalo. So it feels great to be a part of this team, the way we did it, the way Sean and Brandon Bean were able to assemble the team together and put guys in the right spot so we can be successful. And the results are showing. I know that we still got a lot more to accomplish. That's what I like about these guys. We can enjoy a milestone, but still understand that the goal is still not reached. So I'm excited. We're going to enjoy this tonight, and then we're going to get ready for next week.
That's basically the point of the shirt, right? It says "one not done." That's basically the goal, the mantra.
You know what? This is my first time reading the shirt, and you are absolutely right. That's why he put it there. Coach is a brilliant thinker. He likes to think ahead of us. And so you see, as we already have achieved this milestone, he's already one step ahead. He's getting ready for the next opponent. That's how we got to be. And that's how this team is. That's why we're able to accomplish such great things.
I'm glad I could break the news. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Jerry Hughes, Mookie Harkins, 1-4 Sports 1080. Congrats on the division, man.
Man, appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since you've been moving like that. Care to talk about your touchdown? You was like auditioning for running back right there.
You know what? I told the guys there's something about when my hands touch the ball. It's like those running back instincts from way back in high school and Pee Wee just kind of kick in. And so, it was a great play by Trey White to come on that blitz and, do what we talk about. So apparently Trey's been watching some of the D-line film. We always talk about getting the ball away from the quarterback with that tomahawk chop, and Trey's was perfect, man. It was textbook. So I figured if he made all that work, at least I could do is go ahead and put an exclamation point on it and get us 6 points. It's something that Coach Frazier's been talking about. Taron Johnson, he started it off last week, so I figured I might as well join the defensive touchdown party.
Right, my fantasy team. Thank you, by the way. But one not done. How important is it to keep it going?
This is what we're all about. It's something that this group of guys, this team has talked about since April. We put it on the wall. We wanted to go out there and win our division. Now that we have achieved that milestone, we got that goal. We understand that we put a lot more goals on that wall that we want to achieve as well. So we're going to enjoy this tonight, enjoy this on the flight back home. But job ain't done with.
Absolutely, man. Congrats on the win. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Just want to talk to you about the defensive effort today specifically. I mean, you guys have been building. The defense kind of been on an ascent with their level of play thus far. I mean, tonight, though, it looked like you guys had their number. I mean, you were a step ahead of that group that's lined up against all night. Why do you think it was so overwhelmingly successful in shutting that unit down?
We just had a great week of preparation. Our coaches did a fantastic job of, supplying us with all the information that we need to go out there and play on the field and play fast and play successful. Tip your hats to the Denver Broncos because we knew that they have a very potent run game. So that's something that we really focused on this week that we wanted to knock out early to kind of make them one-dimensional. But, Coach Frazier always says it's not about how you play football in August and September. It's how you play in December. And, for us to come together the way we are, we're putting together a nice defensive run. This is when you want to start playing your best ball because we know, the playoff ticket, that race gets a lot tighter. And, the best teams come up to show in December. So I'm happy that everybody's locked in, focused, and we're able to go out there and play Bills ball.
And I realize that, you guys got a couple more games here left in the regular season, but this division title, I'm sure ensures that you will have, at least one home playoff game. That was something that Coach said he talked about or envisioned when he walked in the door as new head coach in 2017. How does it feel for you guys that have been here from the start to kind of deliver that to him?
It feels amazing. I mean, just to hear him talk about it in 2017 and to get us into the playoffs that year, that was incredible. So we knew we had the right guy in this building. We got to continue to deliver on the player side. And, Brandon Bean kept stacking us with talent, and now we're just delivering. So it's been a fun journey just watching how Sean has came over and just impacted this organization, impacted the team. And so I'm excited for him that we were able to deliver this to him just because he's been speaking about it since he got here. And we hate that our mafia can't be there to cheer us on, to bring that noise, to bring that 12th man. But this is still a lot of fun. 25 years since we've done this, so we're going to enjoy it.
Thanks, Jerry. Congrats.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, Jerry, kind of going off, you talked about that journey. I know a win tonight is, you guys will say it's just another win and we got to move on, but in the big picture, what does a win like this, capturing a division title, mean to the process and this organization?
It means everything. It means that the process works. We talk about it every April, our goals, how are we going to achieve them, what we need to do to be successful. And so to see the plan fall in form, everyone doing their job, doing their 111 like Sean always talks about, it works. And so it puts us in a position to where we were today. And then all we need to do is go out there and play Bills ball. That's what he always talks about. It's just going out there, playing aggressive, playing fast. We've done all the work throughout the week. So it just goes to show that when you have a great coaching staff that comes up here and supplies us with talent, we're able to go out there and produce.
Deion Dawkins said last week after the game, the locker room was...
The Bills wouldn't have been able to put up 48 points without Bills quarterback Josh Allen. He passed the 4,000-yard mark in a single season, which is the second most in team history in a season. He was 28 of 40, completing 70% of his passes for 359 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Just another great performance by him. He continues to stack the wins, continues to tie and break records in his 3rd season as a Buffalo Bill. So let's hear from the guy. Here's Josh Allen.
Josh, John Worrell with the AP, congratulations.
Thank you, War. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Just what do you make of just achieving this and being the next step in your objective to be the first team to win this thing in 25 years? Just the significance of that.
I mean, again, it's great that we're able to do it. for the first time in 25 years. And, to be the team and to be the quarterback of the team that does it obviously feels really good. At the same time, that's not our main goal. We set out to do this in order to give us a chance to do what we really want to do, and that's to win, Super Bowl championships. So it feels good. We're going to celebrate this one. Like I said, for the time being, it hasn't happened in 25 years. I know our fans and Bills Mafia is probably going crazy right now, but there's still a lot on the table. We still have 2 games left in the regular season that we got to go and finish out and try to, put our next foot forward and prepare for a really good New England team next week.
How comfortable? Well, I mean, how confident? How did you feel out there? How much do you feel that the everything that you've done helps set you up, help you and the offense set you up for this game in overcoming the adversity? The fumble on the punt return, and to continue keeping your foot on the gas and scoring the way you did to put up essentially 48 points.
Yeah, I mean, again, we left a lot out there, and in the red zone, we got to be better shooting ourselves in the foot. I'm looking at 3 of 6 in the red zone, and that's not good enough. That's not going to get it done. So at the same time, as much as we move the ball, and we got to go get a yard there on 4th and 1, and we got to find ways to stop the penalties in that area and give ourselves a chance to put the ball in the end zone. So again, we left a lot out there. We'll learn from it. Luckily our defense played the way they did, and our special teams, coming out of halftime, we understand that, Andre had the fumble, and, he put it behind him, and at halftime had a really big return and set us up for another score. So, again, it was a total team win tonight, and we're sitting at 11-3 now. And like I said, we got 2 games that we got to go finish.
Congrats.
Thank you, John.
Hey, Josh, you hear me all right?
Yeah, I got you.
We heard on the broadcast that this game meant a little bit more to you on the personal side, just because Denver was so close to where you played college ball, and they passed on you obviously in 2018. I guess how much did this game mean to you, that on top of being able to capture a division title and on top of getting that home playoff game, you could do it against a team that, essentially said they didn't want you to be the quarterback?
Yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
All right, then. And also, moving on to third quarters, you guys have outscored teams 41-10 these past 3 games. After struggling in that quarter so much earlier in the season, what's been clicking for you guys after halftime these past few weeks?
Just the type of team that we have, the guys that we have on offense. No matter how good or bad the first half's going, we understand that third quarter, especially when we're getting the ball to start, being able to go out there and I definitely think my coach in college, Coach Bowles, said the game's won in the third quarter, and it's won in that first drive. And we've been stepping up to the challenge, and Coach Dable's been challenging us, and he's calling some really good plays, and we're going out there and executing. That's really all there is to it.
Gotcha. Appreciate you, man. Congrats.
Hey, Josh, Matt Fairburn here. That deep shot to Stephon Diggs in the second half, what was going through your head when you heard the call? You guys already had a pretty healthy lead, and what was going through your head when you heard the call, and just walk us through how it felt letting that one rip.
Yeah, I went to Dorsey and I said, this is the play I want to get called, and Babel gave me the opportunity to do it, and he trusts me in those situations if it's not there to find my outlets down underneath. But just one of those plays that we got him kind of with a quick count, and our guys outrun theirs, and I gave him a chance to go catch a ball, and that's what he did.
What does it do for you as a quarterback when your offensive coordinator is willing to stay aggressive, and even, as you just mentioned, willing to call what you want called and willing to kind of keep the foot on the gas? What does it do for you as a quarterback?
It means the world to me to know that, he trusts me enough to listen to my input. And, he's been doing a great job of calling plays for us. And like I said, we've been doing a good job of executing. But when it's a play that, I suggest to him and he calls it and it hits, it feels a little extra special. And, I love him, not just as a coach, but as a person. He's an awesome dude. And, again, he's, like I said, one of the best, if not the best offensive coordinator in the game right now. And just the innovative way that he finds to get the ball to our guys. It's fun to be a part of. He's a lot like me in our personality. We're very competitive, and his mind's always spinning. He's calling me at 9 o'clock at night talking about certain plays that he likes, and I'm just glad that I've been able to have him for the last 3 years and see our relationship grow. And he's one of the good ones.
Thank you, Josh. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Josh Allen, Mookie Hawkins, 1-4 Sports 1080. Congrats on the division.
Thanks, Mook.
Now, Josh, since this bye week, man, you've been carving defenses up. I'm talking surgery with a chainsaw, man. And back in the summer, you told me that you wasn't going to go out there and force things, but you wasn't going to be Captain Checkdown neither. Tonight, I think we saw the death of Captain Checkdown. And if so, could you give us your eulogy, and how much will that continue to drive you?
Again, our guys are doing a good job of getting open, and it's my job to give them a chance to go catch the ball, and they've been doing a really good job of that. And again, that's the quarterback's job. And it feels good to be, like I said, 11-3, top of the AFC East, but we still got 2 more games in the regular season with the Patriots obviously next Monday night that we got to get ready for. So again, we got to put our best foot forward to go get another one.
Absolutely, man. Congrats. Safe travels.
Thanks, Mook.
Hey, Josh, Matt Bove here. Like everybody else has said, congratulations. I'm curious, was there a moment this year, or maybe a specific game this year, when you thought to yourself, like, this team can do it, this team's special, this team's different than maybe the teams you've been a part of these last couple of years?
Yeah, I think going back to I think it was week 4, it was the Rams game, being up 28-3 and then going down 38-21 and having the resilience to march down the field late in the fourth quarter, picking up a few 3rd and long yardage plays, and obviously capping it off with a touchdown to win it. I think that was the game, because when you're up 28-3 and you have a couple turnovers, you let the other team back in. Most teams fold in that situation, but our guys are resilient, and I think that's kind of the game. Is like, okay, like, we got some real dudes here, and I've been known that for quite a while sometime, but to actually go out there and to show that type of resilience, it was awesome to see.
Thanks, Josh, man.
Hey, Josh, congrats again. Just piggybacking off of Matt there, you referenced that Rams game. Can you just speak to the maturation that this offense has undergone? Because it went from being a unit, at least to me, that seemed like it was striving to play confidently, which you were doing early in the season. Now, and tonight was probably the latest example, it just seems like you guys are on a seek and destroy mission. It's just much different. The tone of this offense, where you're just stepping on people's throats now, just seems much more different than maybe the confident group that was earlier in the season. I don't know if you see it the same way, but maybe just give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, again, Coach Dable's a big believer, and our job as an offense is to put up points and score in the red zone. So, he's going to be aggressive, and he's not going to not do what we do. I think our identity as a team, we understand what it is, and we're not going to shy away from it. But again, it takes a lot of trust for him to call the plays, and our guys have been doing a good job of going out there and executing. So, and it feels good to be in those situations where he says, like, we're going to continue to do what we do. And again, you see the positive results, and it starts with the 5 up front, and making good decisions and letting our guys make plays after the catch.
And then quickly, just with Cole and Diggs, I know you don't shy away from going to them at any point in time, and we all understand why, but you don't assume anything in this league, but you had to believe that advantage 1 and advantage 2 tonight, knowing how short they were at corner, how much, I don't know if it gave you any more confidence than you already have in those guys, but just to be able to go to those guys time and again without hesitation, I have to believe, just fills you with even more aggressive tendencies when you're throwing that ball.
For sure. At the same time, we, myself and, emphasize here, we believe in our receivers and what they're capable of doing. And, I don't think there's a group out there that can consistently match up with our guys. And it speaks volumes of how hard our guys work, how talented they are, how hungry that they are. They can get the ball at any moment during the game, and, you see them, run their tails off, even if it's a, clear out go. Like, if I keep the play alive, they find ways to to get incorporated in the passing game and in the scramble rules. And that's what I love about our guys. They're never out of play.
Thanks, Josh. Congrats again.
Thank you.
Hey, Josh, Dan Fates in Rochester. Again, congrats on the win. I know it's a journey. I know this is the process, but I know it's just win number 11, but what does a win like this, clinching a division title, mean for this franchise?
I mean, I think it means a lot. Obviously, it hasn't happened in 25 years. For Kim and Terry to take over and, hire the guys and girls that they did in this organization and Bean and McDermott and, the plan that they set out to go out and do, it's exactly what they said they were going to do. And, it's taken a few years, but it means a lot, obviously, to them. It means a lot to Coach McDermott. But at the same time, his message was, again, our shirts say won, not done. So everything's still in front of us. And, this just gives us an opportunity to give us a shot, and that's all we can ask for.
Thanks, Josh. Congrats.
Thank you.
Josh, you're all set, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
The quarterback press conference is presented by Energy Mark, the official energy supplier to the Buffalo Bills.
Today's game was also Josh Allen's 7th 300 passing yard game this season. And I remember, Eric, when he was in 300-yard game number 2 or number 3, we were like, wow, this is great. But here we are, number 7. I mean, what does a win like this say about Josh Allen's progress and this team that's right there with him every step of the way?
We heard Cole Beasley talk about it in his interview. He's throwing passes that he's never thrown in his career. He's throwing with incredible accuracy. And we were talking after the Week 1 game against the Jets about how it was his first career 300-yard game. Little did we know that Brian Daboll was going to open up this offense continually throughout the rest of the season, and that he would have a whole bunch more of those 300-yard games, multiple 400-yard games. The progress is undeniable with Josh Allen.
Definitely. And Sean McDermott is on the Zoom room, so we're going to quickly send it over to him to see what he has to say about this AFC East title and what's in store for the Buffalo Bills.
There we go. Hey, Coach, I'm here in your broadcast booth. I don't know if you can see behind me. I just wanted you to see that banner that's lit up at your stadium, how cool that looks right there. And around it. There you go.
I can't see what it says, but I can see it lit up. What's it say?
It says AFC East champions, and it's pretty cool. And I just wanted you to see that over there.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you sharing that.
How your stadium looks. It's really cool. It's great to be part of the broadcast tonight. Really an honorable experience, by the way.
Awesome.
Your introductory press conference back in 2017, you used terms like methodical, brick by brick. Is this what that means? The process to getting here. And I want to ask, how tough it is to go away from that sometimes when we live in a results business. Obviously you do, where you have to, want to get results as soon as possible. How tough is it sometimes to not be methodical or brick by brick?
Well, I think that's kind of my nature, but let me just start off and thank the people that need to be thanked, if I could, yep. Sal, if you'd allow me to. I want to thank Terry and Kim for giving Brandon and myself the opportunity. I want to thank Brandon. I wouldn't, like I said before, I wouldn't work next to anybody else. He's really put together a heck of a roster, not just this year, but as we've built this thing through the years. I want to thank the Bills fans, Bills Mafia everywhere, just for their support and sticking with us, and the players and the staff, everyone inside the building. This is never a one-person job, and I'm just humbled by their support and really appreciate everything that they've done to get us to where we are. So more work to do, but we're going to sit back and enjoy this one tonight, at least for 24 hours here. So sorry, Sal. I'll answer your question. Brick by brick, methodical. That's kind of my nature. I think that's where when you have good people that you work around, that you trust, it doesn't always have to be one person's idea. I get a lot of good advice and ideas from all the people around me. So if I need to shake free of that approach from time to time, I know I've got credible sources around me that can talk me away from that. And so it's a good give and take, really.
Thanks, Coach. It really looks cool out here. I know you'll see some pictures, though.
Love it. I love it.
Thanks.
Hey, Coach. Jenna Cottrell in Rochester. Congratulations. I know you talk about the fact that there's still work to be done, of course. But at the same point, what does this moment mean to you and your team after 25 years and you being the coach that brings back the title to Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. And again, it's not one person. I'm so thankful and I'm so happy for the fans, honestly, man. I'm just so happy for the fans. It's just such a cool place to be a part of because of the work ethic of the people, the character of the people in Buffalo, around Buffalo, Western New York. I love seeing Bills flags wave, out in people's yards. And I'm hoping there's a lot more people buying Bills flags tonight to give them as Christmas gift here. So yeah, I'm humbled just to be one part of it, honestly.
I saw the T-shirts have already sold out, so they're well on their way. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Hey, Sean, Adam Benini, congratulations.
Thanks, Adam.
Kind of piggybacking on all of that, how much is this a part of something bigger?
Well, we've got more work to do. If that's where you're going, we have more work to do. Tonight's game is as good as it was, and it felt good to be able to enjoy a little bit. Last 2 or 3 minutes there on the sideline, and see guys get time that haven't gotten the time, line of scrimmage wise, offensively and defensively, and just really happy to be a part of it. The coaches have done a phenomenal job from top to bottom. They worked their tails off, and we have more work to do. It wasn't a clean game. We beat ourselves in some situations, and so we'll go back, look at the film, and continue to grow.
I guess I was referring more to the idea of, and Josh is quick to answer the question this way too, that, a division title is something that was an obvious goal, to be prepared to take advantage when the dynamics of the division changed and Josh reached his third year and everything that you'd built, around him kind of came to fruition, but also the idea of building a championship team and doing something that's never been done here before. I guess that's how I frame that question.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it one step at a time, Adam, and this is a step. We needed to win the East. We've now won the East, and a lot of hard work, has gone into that. And now we'll enjoy this, and then there's going to be time to reset and figure out what's next. And there's a lot of hard work's gone into this. I know people realize that, but anything you try and do that's worth doing, you got to work hard at it. And there's been good moments, and there's been some times where I know people have questioned things but as we said early on, I think it was 2018 when, we were asked a lot about what we were doing and how we were doing it when we were 6-10 that year. And, a lot of that was necessary growing pains, and just really appreciate the way people believed in us and believed in our message.
Thank you, Sean. Congratulations.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, Sean, John Scott, congratulations. I asked Deion Dawkins this. With an accomplishment like this, you guys have been here for 4 years, how much of the emotions have a part of thinking of the people that came before you or the people that weren't able to reach this goal, but certainly I know he said, and I'm sure you agree, are part of this, even though they aren't actually part of it?
No, that's. I got an email message from Marv Levy tonight, which is just awesome, man. So cool, so humbling, and I really appreciate the relationship that he and I have. And that's the hard part about this is I can't get to everyone to thank them. But we didn't do this alone. I didn't do this alone, as I've said. There's people around me, and there's people that have come before us, and some no longer work for the Bills, and so that's the. I guess I'll use you guys as the outlet and the resource to tell them thank you for all of what you've done for the Bills. And it's a community team, right? I mean, we're one big family, and that's the cool part about coaching for a team, that there's really a partnership between the fans and the team. I think that's what makes it special.
And then just one quick thing. I know injuries you don't always know, but certainly fans and us were wondering about Stephon at the end of the game. Do you have any update on his condition?
Yeah, I don't have an update at this point. I'm just praying that everyone turns out to be healthy.
Cool. Thanks and congrats, Sean.
Hey, thanks, John.
Coach Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo Sports 1080. Congratulations on the division.
Thanks, Mookie. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Now, you did say you wanted to know what it was like to taste a Gatorade in the fourth quarter. Did you get the opportunity today, Coach?
I had a little bit of Gatorade in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I had a little bit of Gatorade.
Taste sweet. Dabo's play calling, Josh's decision making. The defense is fast and refreshed. Your run game is picking up as of late. 182 yards on the ground. You let Zach Moss close the show. You was his biggest fan out there late in the fourth quarter, clapping and cheering him on. I heard you all the way from the TV. His biggest fan. Just how important is that run game to close out games down the stretch, Coach?
Yeah, you got to have it. And whether it's closing out games or getting critical yards in critical situations, you got to have it. You got to be a balanced team. And so I'm extremely proud of the way the offensive line executed tonight. They continue to get better every week, and I love that mindset.
Speaking of mindset, Coach, one not done. How important is it to keep this thing going?
Yeah, I mean that's what we have to understand is I've been blessed to be a part of this, albeit not as a head coach, but in other roles, and I think it's a step, and that's what people have to realize. I know it's been 25 years. I'm so excited for the Bills fans for that. But we got to get back to work here in about 24 hours and continue to get better.
Absolutely, Coach. By tradition, you were supposed to tear the goalpost down when you win the division. Safe travels. Good luck,
Thanks.
Coach.
Appreciate it. You look great in the red shirt, by the way, man. Good Bills color.
Thank you. I try.
Is that it?
Oh, hold on. I had one more up. Oh. Patrick, you there?
I'm here.
Go right ahead.
Coach McDermott, Pat Freeman from 105.5 to beat out of Rochester. I wanted to ask you about the importance of team wins. You've had some games where the offense has been better, and a couple of games the defense has started to step up. How important is the last few games? It seems that you've had complete team wins for 4 quarters.
We want to be able to complement one another, and I love any win, in particular when it's a team win, like you said. And I thought the defense came out, really the entire unit came out in the second half and played determined football and complemented one another. Defense scored again, which was great to see, and offense came out on fire. But it all started with our special teams unit, with Andre's return and the kickoff return we had after half there, first play after half. So it was. These guys came out on fire the second half. It was fun to watch.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean, Matt Bove here. Like everybody else has said, congratulations. I know you don't want to get too ahead of yourself or anything like that, but I wonder, in a moment like this, in a situation like this, once the game finally ends, is there any particular moment you think about or group of people you think about or anything like that, as you guys do make this accomplishment something that hasn't been done in so long here?
Well, again, the first people I think about are my family, honestly, because there's sacrifices that the families make. And my kids, my wife, my mom and dad, my brother and his family. And it's emotional, because you spend a lot of time working at it, and sometimes you get results and sometimes you don't. This is to be able to do it. It doesn't happen, like I said, by itself. And then after that, Terry and Kim. I mean, I remember my interview with them January of 2017, and my first interaction with them, and just really appreciate them giving me the chance, and then supporting me and Brandon like they do. I think that's also critical in terms of how we've gotten here and how we'll continue to take steps moving forward.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, congrats to you. I know you've coached long enough where this is probably not the first time where vision has met reality, but I know when you first got here, you said you'd look across the parking lot at the stadium and dream about hosting playoff games in January. I realize you've got 2 regular season games to focus on still, but now that vision has met the reality, how does it feel?
It feels great, Chris. It does. It feels awesome. And I thanked a lot of people, and I want to thank the players, make sure I thank the players and the players that are no longer with us anymore on the team. There's a number of them, but the guys in particular, like the Williamses, the Lorenzo Alexanders, the Eric Woods, all those guys, man, were a big part of this and that are no longer with the team, and there's so many more. I just can't name them all, Chris. But again, I nor the guys in this locker room, none of us got here alone. And, you know, yourself, everyone in the building, man, just appreciate you believing in us and staying with us.
Congrats to you and your staff.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean, talking to Tre'Davious White earlier tonight, kind of laughing that, you know, he was maybe a couple months old. Tremaine Edmonds, he said, wasn't even a thought yet. Josh Allen wasn't born. Like, so many of these guys were either not born, not around, don't remember the stories of the Bills from the 90s. They're just stories to them. And so I'm wondering, I mean, how critical do you think that was in this group's ability to end that drought? The fact that that stuff, beyond playing for the same team, doesn't really have anything to do with them today.
Yeah, you know, they say millennials don't really tie themselves to tradition or the past, you know, especially when it's that long ago, I guess. But man, this is just a blessing from God, honestly, man. Just humbled to be a part of it. I think it's so cool when the guys that are so young, to your point, can tie into the past and they know those early 90s. They see the banners hanging in our facility every day that are there, right? Of the teams in the early 90s and even before those teams. So, and I should thank also, you know, the guys that support us in so many ways from those teams: Coach Levy, Jim Kelly, Thurman, Steve Tasker, Cornelius Bennett, Bruce Smith, just all Daryl Talley, all those guys, man. They live and die with us, and it's one thing to, as a coach, to coach your current team, but I also feel, you know, a responsibility. I think all of our players do as well, a responsibility to do things the right way for those guys as well, because they started this years ago.
Coach Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. Congratulations on winning the game and the division championship.
Thanks, Jason.
Cole Beasley said that he was not impressed by Josh Allen's performance because he's just come to expect this type of play. Do you subscribe to that philosophy? Were you impressed by what you saw out of Josh tonight?
No, not at all. No, I mean, listen, he's just continues to get better. And I think that's the cool part about it. He's so humble. He's a great teammate, and I'm extremely proud of him. I really am extremely proud of him. I don't take it for granted. You know, these quarterbacks that can play at that level are hard to find. And Brandon did a phenomenal job. Give Coach Stable, the offensive staff. You know, I think, and again, we're coming together as a team now too, with you know, the defense coming alive and scored again on defense tonight. So, but you know, Josh comes from a great family, and that's really where it started years ago, and just very proud of him.
Also wanted to ask you about Jerry. There's no current member of this organization who's been around longer than he has. And to see him go out there, turn into the leader that he's become this season, and go out there and scoop and score with that fumble. Defensive guy, what a head coach. You know, what does that mean?
So cool. I love it. It's so fitting, right? Jerry and I talked once or twice. I think it was, let's see, today's Saturday. It was Friday, maybe Friday after practice or Thursday after practice. And we talked about him being the longest tenured Bill at the player level. And I'm just so proud of him, how he's really evolved and grown into a leader for us, and how he supported everything that I've tried to do as a head coach. So he and his family, I mean, they're great people, and it feels good for people like that.
Congrats again. Safe travels. We'll see you this week.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate you.
Sean McDermott's press conference is presented by Hunt, the official real estate and relocation company of the Buffalo Bills.
So cool to hear that Sean McDermott got a message from Marv Levy. You even got a shout out in the press conference there, Eric. Of course, you and your former teammates are so deserving of a shout out because you guys also paved the way for this current team. But it's not over yet the regular season's not over yet. We have 2 more games left. A Monday Night Football matchup against the New England Patriots, the team who has won the AFC East title for the last 11 years before the Bills won it tonight. Is there a better game to go into a next game than facing the New England Patriots on Monday night, Eric?
Well, a couple quick thoughts. One, I'm glad I shoot McDermott a pregame good luck text every week because it paid off because I made the list of shout outs afterwards. And everybody's excited tonight, and they should be. And you get time as a player and a coach to celebrate in a moment like this when you do something that an organization hasn't done in 25 years. But to answer your question, there's no better team to be going to on Monday night with a division title in hand already than the New England Patriots. Go to their place. All the spotlight will be on the Bills. You know, we'll see after tomorrow what the seeding implications are of that game, but the Bills go there with the division title already in hand, and that's a great thing.
11-3 headed into week 16. We all like how that sounds. That's going to do it for us tonight. But for more highlights, more sound, more analysis, you can catch Eric and I on MSG at 11:30 tonight. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining in tonight. And go Bills. Enjoy the moment.